Hey guys, welcome to the Fury Time channel. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. I really want to get 100 subscribers on my YouTube channel. Thanks for supporting me, guys. Now we start the video. Leading British promoter Eddie Hearn has no doubt that his words, former 3 world heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua will eventually enter the ring against compatriot, Korean WBC title holder Tyson Fury, and regardless of how his upcoming rematch against last year's offender Alexander Usyk ends on August 20th. According to Eddie Hearn, Joshua could refuse an immediate rematch with Usyk and meet with Tyson Fury. However, Anthony preferred to try to regain the WBA, IBF and WBO belts lost in September last year. He wants to be respected as a great fighter, and he is a great fighter. Hearn says of the word. A very difficult duels await him, but if and when he wins, let's consider it one of the greatest in history. If Alexander Usyk takes one of the top 3 places in pound for pound, and he does, let Joshua be on this list if he wins. I like that Antonio will be an outsider for the rematch, and it's fair because he lost the first fight. It's difficult to defeat the Usyk, but not impossible. Expert on Joshua's chances. Most of the time people ask me, when is Joshua going to fight Tyson Fury? To tell the truth, AJ could not insist on a rematch with Usyk, and instead meet with Fury. This fight is always going to be the biggest in boxing, isn't it? But Anthony doesn't want that. He wants his titles back and thinks he can beat Usyk. And he needs to be given a lot of respect for that. And Joshua's fight with Fury, I'm sure, will take place, regardless of what happens on August 20th. But even when Anthony wins Usyk, this fight with Fury will be the biggest in history of the sport. Not only of our generation, but all time, Eddie Hearn said in an interview. Boxing legend, ex-absolute heavyweight champion American Mike Tyson shared his forecast for a potential fight between the 2 best representatives of Britain, WBC champion Tyson Fury and ex-holder of all other division titles Anthony Joshua. Tyson decided not to cheat. Everyone knows that I like Joshua, but I think Tyson is too elusive for him. Anthony simply won't hit it. Once again, I repeat, I really like Joshua. I admit that he even hits harder than Deontay Wilder, but his blows are definitely not faster than those of a bomber. And if so, then he won't be able to fucking hit this dude. That's how I see it. If Fury managed to avoid almost all of Wilder's punches, then Joshua has solid problems. In order for the Fury vs Joshua fight to take place, the latter needs to get even with Ukrainian Alexander Usyk, to take away the titles lost in September in London from him in a rematch. The second fight will take place on August 20 in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoy the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed and receive notifications about the release of new videos, you do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 100 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard absolutely every day and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks for supporting me, guys. British heavyweight David Allen, who also works as a manager and coach of some British fighters, gave an interview for a local boxing blog. The former sparring partner of the ex-heavyweight Hegemon Vladimir Klitschko and the current United Heavyweight Champion of the Ukraine Alexander Usyk spoke about the upcoming rematch of Usyk with his compatriot Anthony Joshua. Allen also spoke about British WBC champion Tyson Fury, American ex-champion Deontay Wilder and British prospect Joe Joyce. You know Tyson Fury very well. You've trained with him, you've been in the ring with him many times. Did he finish his career in your opinion? It's a bit funny at the moment, but is he sure to come back when the opportunity presents itself? Actually, it already sounds boring. If you leave, then make the title vacant so that someone else can compete for it. There is Wilder, let him fight for him if you want to come back later. Not an expert on pensions. I'm already sounds monotonous. I just want to see him with the winner of Joshua Usyk fight with the winner, beat him and retire as one of the best in history. Everything is simple. As for the Joshua Usyk fight, I think that Usyk will stop him this time. I think Joshua will be more aggressive and this is the worst thing he can do with Usyk. He didn't beat him the first time, it's impossible the second time. Therefore, I think that Usyk will stop him. I think that was your next questions, Allen said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.